Okay, we know some important attributes that we found that were relevant on the simple setup that we did for vellum grain. So let's go ahead and kind of tweak that. First, let's increase the sub-steps. Like for now, we're gonna use 2. Let's go to let's increase, if you remember, the friction, something like 3, just to start playing with this. Then go to grain collision. Let's decrease the search scale a bit. Let's use a value here, like something like probably like 3.5, something like this, and increase the attraction weight to something like 0.13. Then what else? I think the shot scaling power. Let's get good value here to push those grains. Let's see how this look. I'm going to do a quick flipbook and show you my test. Okay, here's my test. Just going not the whole frame range, but just like 40 frames. So remember, all these 21st frames, these are pre-roll. We're going to place our camera. We're going to get a good, direction for the shot. But the first 20 frames are going to be for pre-roll. We want to have something happening there already. But we can play with this. It's not bad. Maybe the collision, the shock scaling power is a little bit too much. But before continuing playing with the values, let's increase the resolution of the grain. And I recommend doing this in steps. Don't go all the way to the super high res, fine, high detail vellum grain, but I would say go double the resolution and then tweak, then go double again and tweak all the way until you have the result you want. Because otherwise you can have a lot of tweaking on this, but every time you increase the resolution, you increase the sample, the amount of grains, everything's going to change. We also want to remove this perfect organized. We want to add jittering. So let's go ahead and do that and see what happened. First, we go to constraint, add some jitter scale here. And let's go to particle size that is half what we have here, and continue tweaking. I'm going to do another test. Oh, another thing that is important for the efficiency of your test. For some reason, when you have your collision objects when you display all these guys, everything gets lower. So I recommend to disable the view of this. So go to display geometry and just uncheck that, and you can check your simulation one level up with your actual elements here. You can reference those here. Is better. Let's do another test and see what we get. So on your .NET, make sure that you have only vellum objects selected, so we don't get the collision from the simulation visible. You might want just to have these guys here. That's going to make everything faster. So let's make this test, and I'm going to probably get the camera a little bit more frontal. I have a camera already, remember, but yeah, something like this might work better. Let me just move it a little bit closer and a little bit like panning, because we want to see a little bit of what's going on the side of the simulation. So let me check this. Here's the test. It's still a little bit too much of the collision. Let's start adding some custom attraction weight using noise. Let's work on that so we starting to get a little bit of clumps along with the granulation of the grain. So let's work on that, and let's keep tweaking values here. So after group, we can create a Bob, attribute Bob, append it, call it noise, or custom attraction weight. Dive inside. I'm going to try with turbulent noise. Plug your position into the position of the noise, and this you can plug it to the CD to visualize it. Eventually, of course, this is going to be bind export, and it's going to be called attraction weight. Okay, so one thing you might want to do, because attraction weight is more stable if we keep a range of 0 to 1, is use a feed range. Plug it here. We're going to tweak these values. You can also use maybe a clamp. Let's see what works better. Increase the frequency. And let's do a quick test with these values. If you go to the spreadsheet, you will see on the attraction weight, you have very high values. So you might want to do a, I don't know, like some tweaking of these feed values, or maybe let's try first with a clamp. 0 to 1. I'm removing the clamp. I think this is correct. There is nothing above 1 here, unless you increase the turbulence amplitude. So let's keep this value and let's give it this a look. Let's check. We need to unplug the CD because we're doing some work using the CD. For now, let's just unplug it and let me play blast this and see what happened here. Before my play blast, let me just also increase the, or maybe the sub step a bit on the way to 4, and also change this guy. Let's use half of this. Now I'm going to do the test and see what happened. Oh, I'm forgetting something. Remember, this is multiplying. So yeah, I changed this to 1. Remember, because everything is going to be multiplied by this number with one there. So now let's check. Okay, I made some changes. My Houdini crashed, and I took advantage of that and start tweaking, because otherwise I don't want to spend way too much time playing with the same attributes that we already know that are the one that are relevant to achieve. Okay, this is starting to look good, you know. I think it's time now to increase the resolution. But before that, let's take a look to what I did. First, on the noise, on the fit, I increased the destination to max, so that's going to give me a range of value from 0 to 2 for the attraction weight, so that is creating already some decent, some nice clumps, along with some other parts where the sand looks more granular, it has more granularity. Inside the .NET, on the subsolver, I change the distance threshold to 0.04. This is because it was propagating too fast. Every time you change here, the subtext is kind of propagating faster. So you might want to compensate that. And the friction is 3. I think that is the same. Everything here kind of the same, except that I reduce the shock scaling power to 4. What else I did? I think that's pretty much everything that I did. With this tweaking, with this adjustment, I'm getting this value. So this is kind of cool. But let's go now to double the resolution and start playing with that. I'm going to do this on the next chapter.